So friends, we continue to follow the news and events on the front lines of Ukraine and Russia. And overall, the Russian territory is increasingly feeling the impact of military actions, and photos have emerged of the 22 M3 at Siltse airfield after the arrival of the unmanned aerial vehicle. It's clearly hitting the mark, and it's reported that up to 10 strategic bombers were at the airfield that day. And also today there is great news regarding aviation for Ukraine. So in the Netherlands, President Volodymyr Zelensky was shown the F-16 aircraft. So F-16 will be in the Ukraine sky, a breakthrough agreement. Today there is already specifics. Thank you, Netherlands. Thank you, Mark. Thanks to everyone who helps Volodymyr Zelensky. Zelensky announced that only the Netherlands will prove 42 F-16 aircraft once our pilots complete their training. So according to preliminary information, training has already started, but there are no exact completion dates, though most likely it will be next year at the earliest. And now, after the visit to the Netherlands, Zelensky arrived in Denmark. There he will meet with Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen, the royal family, party leaders, and representatives of Danish business. So developing cooperation, preparing additional good news for Ukrainian soldiers moving forward on the F-16 issue, said the president. And let's conclude this topic with a good joke, or maybe not a joke, from the president. So he said that we are ready to exchange Belgorod to Ukraine's NATO membership. Zelensky responded to a question about alliance membership. And now I suggest moving on to the map and taking a look at what interesting things are there. So let's start with the direction of Kupiansk. Today the occupiers are not halting their offensive actions towards Sinkivka. They still lack any advancements as before, but the most powerful artillery preparation has commenced in the settlement of Kislivka. There is a possibility that the occupiers might initiate new attacks here. And additionally, the occupiers shelled Kupiansk and Volchansk in the Kharkiv region using artillery. So 11 people were affected, with 7 of them in critical condition. Oh, it's very awful. So, and in the Svatov area, the situation remains maximally stable. No offensive actions are being conducted, and the number of shelling incidents is minimal. And in the Kremina and Siversk direction, the occupiers continue their shelling. However, offensive actions towards Bilohorivka are no longer taking place, so the occupiers received a significant response from the Ukrainian armed forces and are currently engaged in artillery exchanges. And in the Bakhmut direction, the occupiers continue their advance. Today there have been recorded attacks towards Bogdanivka, and this time from the eastern part of Khromovo. Let me show you, here is Bogdanivka, and from Khromovo they started. So offensive actions also persist in Klishivka area, accompanied by a substantial amount of shelling, and clearly the occupiers are determined to reclaim the populated areas under their control, and the battle for every meter continues. So, and in the Avdiivka direction, The Ukrainian armed forces successfully repelled all attacks in the vicinity of Avdiivka and in the ceramic area. So today only shelling continues. The occupiers once again suffered significant losses, and their remnants retreated to their former positions. And further south in Marinka, battles ongoing for the outskirts of the city, with heavy shelling reaching depth up to 9 kilometers. So, and in the Zaporizhia direction, what's Zaporizhia? We missed Vuhledar. In the Vuhledar direction, the Russians are making efforts to shell Staromayorske and Urozhaine. Concurrently, offensive actions are taking place in this area, attempting to delay in time to prevent the Ukrainian forces from advancing towards Staromlinivka. Today, the construction of a new defensive line is underway there, with all forces deployed to help the advancement of our units. And meanwhile, on the entire front line, the frequency of shelling remains extremely high. And now Zaporizhia direction. So, in the Zaporizhia direction, the situation remains unchanged for now. Shelling continues in Robotyne, and the Ukrainian forces haven't yet managed to establish themselves in these settlements. So the occupiers constantly attempt to dislodge our units from their positions, and there is also a significant amount of shelling in the areas of Pyatikhatki and Kamyanske. The occupiers are concerned about preventing the Ukrainian forces from advancing there, as the road here leads to the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant, which they could potentially use for leverage. And our Kherson direction. So in the Kherson direction, the occupiers are also continuing shelling, and no movements along the front line are being observed. So the situation in Kazachie Lahiri, as before, remains unknown. However, it's likely that the Ukrainian forces had to retreat, and currently the all left bank of the territory remains under occupied control. So, and as of today, the Ukrainian forces have managed to eliminate an additional 460 Russian occupiers. So, okay. And on this positive note, I suggest we conclude. Thank you for this brief frontline overview, and see you tomorrow. Yes, bye bye.